long ago.
Alright, check my mic.
I feel my power return. I expected a tougher battle. Take this! Taste the victory is sweet. Annoying fight! Pitiful!
In case I need that for later.
Good job, everyone! Good thing I'm here. No? Anyone? Take this, Shulk!
On the ice. Forgot to do that last time, know it. Okay, do I have infantry boots on? I'll make like menuing notes and stuff later. I'm also gonna move the time on my OBS so it's in this corner because that's probably
Rhine?
better.
Rhine! What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm only gonna be taking notes on battles for right now because all the movement and stuff can just be essentially copy pasted from the normal route.
Alley-oop. Two of them. Take them down one at a time.
Alright, thanks for all the good luck. Do I have a recent save? Yeah, I'll go back to this. I actually do want to have a recording to see how fast Maxstorm is this even faster than just running up and auto attacking. That hard to just be like, yeah, this is how long it takes because movement. I mean, I guess that I know how many frames it takes for Maxstorm to hit, so you just compare it like that, but oh well. It's not long, it's like maybe 2-3 minutes. My god, it's so loud. The stream. I'll probably spend some time being diligent whenever I'm looking back to this recording and see how much time Maxstorm actually saves, because there's me, Tyler, and Dread were all discussing that a couple days ago, trying to figure out, or trying to like get a estimate of how much time it would save. I am probably ballparking it close to 10 seconds maybe, but it's such a rare art. I want to be a lot more diligent about using it and then comparing how it does to the loading. Comparing how it does to the current strats that are used without Maxstorm. So some of it's going to be taken with a grain of salt because I run more Ether on Shock than the
Two of them. Take them down one at a time.
does. Yeah, fights like that where it really saves time. It's only, I think the normal strat for that is that you auto attack one and then backslash the other. So you're essentially cutting out that auto attack, which, I don't know, probably saves like half a second at most, but that time save does add up. So I'll check the timing on that later. Make a note to myself. I forgot these enemies aggro you even though you have the level.
Colonel, the guys. I'm gonna destroy every last one of those damn Mechon.
Saves like a little bit of time on every fight. Because it's 5 frames faster than double wind, which adds up. I'm gonna drop this if you don't need to just do this check. I'll make a note to check it. This is something I actually don't know. Well, first of all, I want to practice the actual strategy, but...
Let's focus our efforts. Not a problem. Roger. No, we got through that pretty good. Let's press on. Who else wants some?
Which is that. And I'll probably compare to Tyler's run just because that's probably a few frames faster than what I did. Because I probably did something slightly unoptimally. Like had not perfect climb.
Not bad at all.
Who else wants some?
Yeah, the only reason why I'm even curious with that is that you walk faster with your weapon sheath. I doubt that it saves enough time to be worth it, but it's something I at least want to time out myself.
Don't think it's up. This is the Monado's power! How good are we? Behold the power of the Monado!
By the way, I have no idea where that's the fast strat. I just see other people do it, and it makes last resort right away. And I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna double check, make sure that it's Tyler should just walk up and auto attack there, but I wanna compare Mag Storm is the big thing. Yeah, and we'll see how those two compare then. This is why I have a timer on screen. You're gonna drop a save here. Because I don't want to check. Which is whether that's faster or not. I'm gonna do a couple of attempts at it, see if I can. Because I don't think you can just stand still and get it. Like you won't hit them all, but it could be pretty cool if that'd be like a decent sized time save. I think that'd be like 11 frames. Yeah, that's the one still. Either you have to walk away a little bit or just Mind Blaster Final Cross it. I'll go and do a few more tries to try and get a speedy boy one.
I'm sorry, Ryan.
Don't worry about it. It looked like you were having a nightmare.
Really?
The Monado is now in your hands. The Monado will grow with you. If you can find the true Monado, the future is yours.
The true Monado? Was I dreaming?
What's with you? We'd better get a move on.
Oh snap.
Wow, okay. Down! Not even a challenge.
I'm curious if this stuff appears
Let's
in
keep
the
this up.
cutscene.
No, all right, we came through.
Cutscene's
Nice job.
pre-rendered.
Wow, down!
Okay,
Nice.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we
it
got
is.
him good. Piece of cake.
Okay,
what
they're
on
just
Bionis
back.
are those?
Interesting. I'll go ahead and drop a save here just in case.
Looks like the Monado works on more than just Mekon. I gotta say, that's pretty awesome.
Ryan.
of that. Promise I'm good at this game. Careful when I save, because I really don't want to save before I'm out of files.
Backslash! Get in there, Shulk! One down! Nice one, Rup!
Yeah, it's like farther away than I thought. So is my blast just a kill there, and Max Stone just like isn't close. He just doesn't have my range. Let's find out. Yeah, that just kills. I'll give that one more try with Max Storm and I'll run a bit closer. I don't think that's gonna be faster. The origin's just like a little bit too far away.
Shulk! Oh! Backslash! Get in there, Shulk! One down!
Alright,
Nice one, Rup!
There's like a couple ways I can make this look a bit nicer. Can we do it by changing targeting? Still
Nice one, Rup!
no way it's gonna be faster then. I'll go one more try and just like run way closer, but it's crazy that Mind Blast reaches on Max Storm has such a hard time reaching. Yeah, you have to run pretty far. No way that's faster. Still time it though, because it's no harm done. So.
Yes?
Oh, you can't skip travel here. Refugee Camp has such nice music. It's a shame that you like are never here. I was gonna try and be careful because I knew this trigger was bad. Okay, that was killed.
Above! Let's get it.
Can I drop a save here? Here, you can just drop a save here. Actually, no. Just drop a save here.
Come on, we can do it. Right, one down.
I mean, reasons, but because let's see what you got.
One down. Everyone, make a run for it.
You want it? You got it. I got some time to make some moves.
Go.
Got a few things to try here.
Sharp as a nail.
Is it nice?
Come on, let's see what you got. Let's keep up the flow. Make a run for it. Let's go for a quick win. Come on, let's see what you got. Everyone, make a run for it. You want it? Oh, good, you got it. Yeah, this is a good pace.
Actually just backsliding too. That's probably optimal though. Either way, I'll come back to it in a second and give it one more, I'll still give it one more check.
Sharp as a nail.
Come on, let's see what you got. Let's everyone make a run for it.
Let's keep
Again,
on going.
last time. And the best part of retrying this fight is that I have to wait for the Zord fight and also like 2 cutscene skips. And the save prompt. got killed. I probably got these jars.
Make a run for it!
You want it? You got it!
Like a 80% chance for you to lose time in 20 minutes, and it does not seem like a good thing. But I guess if Final Cross Max Storm is at least comparable to just running up and backslashing, then EVU is more of like potential free time save rather than just like a chance to lose time. Because if it's not fast, then it's probably, or if it's not like close, then it's probably better to just run up and backslash. So curiosity, how close to the foot? Okay, I have to be
Sharp as a nail.
still like the ether up, yeah.
Come on, let's see what you got! Nothing to fly with me! Yeah!
I got both off. It looks like as can't like I was thinking able to. I always have the hardest time hitting that button, and I don't know why. I think it's because you probably can't press it until the gate's all the way up. So they're hard to type notes while walking on areas that don't have border, or like walls.
Now we're working as one.
I don't think that's actually the correct path, like the optimal path through there, but it's the one that I took. I think I'm supposed to go right the first floor.
This isn't going well.
Wait, don't rush off.
Ah!
Oh, rip. I'll do that.
Go on.
Oh, Shulk and Orion and Charlotte are fine.
Ah! This isn't going well.
Wait, don't rush off.
Ah! Ah!
Now I drop a save here because I haven't practiced this jump in a while.
This isn't going well.
Wait,
Yo,
don't
pause.
rush off.
I missed it by a little because of jank. Doing bad. That's what I get for not looking at the game.
I can't go on.
No, Orf times. I think that's where you're supposed to save. I'll have to check back through the channel and double check at some point.
We got through that pretty good. Man, what a bunch of jokers.
Let's keep on going like this, guys.
Through that pretty good.
Okay, let's get going.
Man, what a bunch of jokers. Ah! Alley-oop.
Yep, taking time.
No.
Okay, so he's able to just double in there. Hopefully I remember to save.
Want some more? Another one!
Okay, so I have to go and just kill them.
No! We'll never get to Juju at this rate.
So that's another 5 frame save from that. I like how I can't get rid of these Gatto rifles. I have 2 of them because of time attack glitch. I forget, do I have a Monado 2 on this file? I do not. just use backslash for this upcoming sword fight. Which means that probably won't kill for me since I have less strength than he does. What I actually want to do real quick is how much strength do you have now? So you have 555 with that. It's the same either way, so I should do this. This gives me like decent strength on Shulk. Too busy caught in my own head.
Now we're working as one.
And as one, we're unbeatable. There's no...
Okay, so the first one's definitely
Nice one, Rob.
definitely kill them.
There's no...
So, not too bad. I've been getting some decent notes for it. I think I'm through most of the early game where Magstorm is going to be useful already. Because it doesn't seem like it kills this group of mech on it, like, even comes close. But there were a couple fights where I'm, like, 100% sure it saves at least, like, a non-zero amount of time.
Nice one, Rob.
There's a couple that I still want to, like, check exactly because it would essentially be replacing an auto attack with Magstorm, and I'm not sure which is faster, so I just recorded both and I'll time them out later. Oh, hold on, I can bring it up a little bit, and I'll lower the game a little bit. Alright, let's get some game audio. Okay, how's that sound? I'll go ahead and type up some notes while I'm waiting. Actually, I can just pull up my stream and double check my own mic. Is it like far from my face or anything? Maybe a little bit. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm also not just like not talking super loud, so I don't know. Maybe it's part of it, the problem. Okay, it could just be that I have my sound effects too loud in the So I can, yeah, turn that down a little bit. Wait, was that the right one? Sound. Yeah, that should be the right one. Hopefully. Yeah, the next few years are just gonna be, alright, cool. But yeah, the next few years are just gonna be kind of me running through them with the normal route that is used by, hold on, I need to mute my stream. I'm tired of hearing my own voice back to myself. But, I'm gonna be pretty much just doing the normal 80% route because there's nothing that I really have that's faster. Just skip ahead and Tyler's run so I can check something. Because it's definitely daytime by the time he gets to the Sator Guardian. That's the big thing I wanted to check. And which way do I want to go? This way. I'm not sure. Hold on, loading. I'm pretty sure that the other guys have timed it. So whenever I get to like actually learning the full route instead of just like planning out the fights, I'll probably go through probably it's Tyler's run plus Orf has sent a few things in the speed run. Like I think it's actually faster like here for you to just jump through instead of taking the bridge. Because it puts you close to the slope you want to run up. Is like an example, but I think that they've for the most part timed out, so I'm probably going to be using a combination of Tyler's run and then the notes that Orf has taken over a few pathing optimizations since Tyler's run, and kind of use those for whenever I start running. I'll probably get those in my note doc eventually. I think that Orf found 2 small time saves in Macna. One for getting down to Lakeside and then one for getting to the Teletia fight. I wish you luck whenever you do go for pulling it. Like I said, I don't think that Max Storm saves a huge amount of time. If anything, it's just like a couple of seconds. Please be nice. Thank you. But yeah, if anything, it only saves a couple of seconds, which is with how optimized the fights in these games are at this point. That's a decent amount, but something I'll go Game 7 and then the rest of the week I can practice. Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna start doing like real attempts to the runs. I still wanna make sure I have a really good idea of like the optimal way through battles with Riki if I'm gonna be doing this, because there's still like a bit more like actual planning out of every fight that I need to do. Yeah. Because I don't know if I've said this like on stream or to you, but it's like it's honestly crazy to me how despite this being like a pretty niche game, especially in terms of a game that's really niche to speedrun, it's crazy how optimized a lot of the fights have gotten. Like the runs aren't like perfect, but they're really good, and the fights have had a lot of time into optimizing like every frame you can get. Like it's actually crazy. Like for example, in It's Tyler's Record, he uses Cyclone, then Thunder, then Steel Strike on the Mechon in Prologue, because Thunder comes out slightly faster on Dunban, than, like 6 frames faster on Dunban than Cyclone. Like really small stuff like that that's just all over the place. Oh yeah, another optimization I'm pretty sure that Orf double checked what timing out is that it's faster to just like hop. I think that in It's Tyler's run, it might have been his old record, not his new record. But he goes up and talks to the Nopper right there. I'm pretty sure that Orf found that it's faster to just jump through the water here because you get the landmark anyways, and the time you save from walking on the land up there isn't enough. Yeah. Still takes a lot of time to like come up with and test everything though, and a lot of dedication, especially since it's not easy. It's not like instant to get back to story fights. Also, as someone who's done a lot of time attacks, I know fully well how much easier it is to optimize stuff like fights than movement, because with fights you just look at the, well, now that we have the frame data for everything, it's a lot easier, but we can just kind of like look at the frame data and just know instantly what the fastest route through a fight is. Yeah, I figured that you didn't mean it that way.
This isn't going well. Don't give up. I'm right next to you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the path that I took isn't like exactly Tyler's route because I don't remember it exactly. I haven't had enough practice running through the area, but oh yeah. Oh, there's the skip PowerPoint. But yeah, I think the Arts Inheritance is, I've said this before, it's like such a cool glitch. I think that it really opens up a lot of interesting possibilities. Because I think that, I don't know if I've said this before, but originally when I was getting into Arts Inheritance, I was doing it because I wanted to do like some memey Super Boss Challenge stuff. But as I got more into it, it fits better with speedrunning, and it's really interesting to optimize. It's such a cool glitch. That was not the art I
You're not
wanted to use.
invincible.
This is the art I
Manano, watch out!
Alright, whatever.
Let's stay alert.
Let's not lose our heads, though.
I also know that Zeno played his I don't know if how much he's done yet. I think he only did like one cutscene, but he did confirm that for some of the panning cutscenes, you can save or lose time based on your initial camera angle. I feel like in terms of like understanding the glitch, there's still like a lot to learn for us to learn. But like, I feel like in terms of like how to optimize with it, we like for the most part the community's figured that out. Though it, you know, like actually implementing that is still difficult because we don't know all of the how it works. 'Cause like for example, I'm very sure that like and Shulk has an empty art slot anyway, so there's no harm in putting Maxstorm on him. But putting Maxstorm on him definitely saves time, but we don't really have a good way to get it, for example. Yeah, imagine it's still probably it's probably stuff that just like hasn't even been thought of yet that could save time in like a speedrun setting with Arts Inheritance, because I know there was a period of time where we thought that, or at least I thought that a lot of the, I don't know what anyone else thought, but for the Arts Inheritance time attacks, I thought that a lot of them were pretty decently optimized. But then me and Tess just spent like a week and a half really grinding them all down and came up with new strats for, I think, like 7 or 8 of the time attacks, plus one strategy from Hyper T whenever he got all his frame data out for it. Yeah. I feel like this kind of stuff is just hard to look into in general, though. Because you'd really need, I don't even know what like kind of tools you would need to try and figure out like what's going on the back end whenever you pull for arts. Like obviously you need something that lets you probably something to let you look at the memory, see what it's grabbing, see what else that memory gets used for, why it's interpreted the way it is. It's like, I'm sure that like that stuff could be figured out, but it's difficult with a relatively small community. I'm gonna miss this jump. Cool, at least I didn't die. But yeah, speaking of OOT, the thing that like with it that we're done, I probably say would be like similar for looking into it purposes would be stuff like the arbitrary code execution glitch, the like I forget what it's called in that game. Yeah, but like for example, like the glitch that was found a while ago where with like the pointers that get unloaded and then I forget what exactly they called the glitch, but the one that lets you like manipulate the items that are in your inventory using pick-upable items. Like the tools that they use to figure that out, I feel like it'd be something similar to that. Yeah, SRM, stereo reference manipulation. I feel like it would be something we'd need like similar tools. Because I'm pretty sure that I don't know how much was like confirmed, but last I heard, the way Art's Inheritance works for pulling art is essentially that it uses uninitialized heap memory. At least that's why some of the people on the speedrunning Discord were saying. Yeah. But it's one of those things where I don't know where you would get those kind of tools for a Switch. Because unfortunately the N64 is a much simpler console than the Switch. I'll go ahead and drop a save here because I want to test this fight. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and hold on here for a sec. So essentially, it's heap memory, HEAP. Heap is a type of memory that or it's a storage structure basically. That's the wrong word for it, but it's essentially a type of data structure that's used to store stuff, and it's one of the two main types that's used for computer memory. There's stack and then there's heap, basically, or like the two big ones. I'm probably getting some technical detail on because it's been a while since I've taken a course on this. But essentially, you have stack memory, you have heap memory, and they're basically just two ways of managing your data between functions. So uninitialized heap memory would be memory that's in a heap structure that isn't being used for anything yet, basically, is like the general idea of it. So you're essentially just pulling a piece of memory that isn't, for example, like your system clock would be a piece of memory, so it's not pulling something that's being used for something else, it's just pulling a piece of information randomly.
Dream Edge!
I'm also going to type some notes real quick, so I'm not going to be looking at chat for a quick second. Yeah, kind of my personal theory about it is that if it is something like that, because you're getting some values on it, it has to be something that's, at least in my head, it would be something that had to have been used for something else before, I think. Like, it's really weird. The whole way Arts and Hands work is super weird. I think I've said this before, but it's honestly a miracle any of it works, let alone that it doesn't just instantly crash the game. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea. It's very confusing. It's because anytime I try and think of like an explanation for like why something like why there'd be biases, why certain arts are more rare than others, things like that, it always just comes back to the like either I don't have enough information to like make a good idea, like a good guess about it, or it's just like nothing about it really makes sense. It's such a weird glitch. Which is why like my current theory for it is that if it is like uninitialized heat memory, it would have had to be memory that was used for something and then freed up by the memory allocation. Because whenever memory is freed up, its value isn't cleared; it's just marked as unused, essentially. It's like the layman's way of describing how freeing memory works. It's like the computer just it essentially marks it as not being used anymore, so it can be used for something else. So if you grab that information again, and you're not setting it to anything, it will still have values in it. And I think that that's what the memory is. But there's no way I can confirm that. There's no way to that I can think of to manipulate what's in that memory. Yeah, it does, but one of the things that yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why you can use the arts without crashing, but the fact that the arts gacha works without crashing is the thing that's a miracle to me. I guess that if you're allocating the memory but not initializing it, so you just define it but you don't make it anything, that could explain why it's not crashing for the arts gacha, but it's still so weird to me. Because essentially if you try and technical mumbo jumbo thing that's not going to be very detailed because I don't know all the specifics, but if you try to dereference memory that isn't the how do I describe this? If it's memory that the computer says isn't allocated and you try and dereference it, so you try and get the value out of it, you'll get a seg fault for trying to access memory that you're not supposed to. Things like that are what I think that it's a miracle that something like that doesn't happen.
Me?
So the idea of that is that essentially the memory could mean different things in different contexts. So I'm going to use the clock for the example. It's the clock obviously isn't, or probably isn't the thing that actually controls it. But for example, let's say that it's the system clock is what it's pulling memory from. The clock sets some time, it then deallocates it, and then you grab it. That clock memory can then be applied to a different context, like say your arts list, and then that'll mean something different even if it's the same value. And stuff like that can especially that wasn't even the way I'm supposed to go, but stuff like that can get really complicated with data structures and stuff as well. And again, I'm not an expert on that kind of stuff, so take what I just said with a grain of salt. But yeah, a lot of the memory allocation stuff is and how it's interpreted is the general idea is just that it can be interpreted two different ways even if it's the same value. Yeah, I've messed with the system clock and time zone stuff. Because I've had a bunch of those weird what if theories that they never really come out to anything, but it never hurts to check them. Yeah, but I'm also a programmer. I do that for a living. Dunban gets this. And some shoes. Charlotte gets some shoes. And this. Melly gets some shoes. Riki gets shoes, pants, arms, and a vita. I should have done this as well. Yeah. I just wish there was a way to confirm some of the what-if information about Art's inheritance. Oh wait, I don't want to actually be Riki yet. Yeah. There's a few things from Tyler's run where I think that there's like potential for time save. It'd still be hard to beat. His run is still like really good, but there's a few things that even without Max Storm to like save that little bit of extra time, I'm pretty sure that like there is time to save. Also because give me a sec to look at my notes for this. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and double check what Tyler does here because my notes say to just do what he does, pretty much. One of the other things that you could do to save a bit of time over him, I guess it's like slightly risky because you have max debuff resist, but he doesn't use the glory armor for debuff resist. He actually uses armor with a 100% debuff resist gem in. So it takes, like that little bit of extra time for him to menu that on. But then you're also risking getting inflicted with bind against Yaldabaoth. That's like, 2.5 hours into the run, so it's a give and take. Yeah, and that's the big thing as far as like time save over Tyler's runs. I feel like it's a lot. It's not like there's any like big mistakes. It's just that like you could probably clean up like a little bit here, a little bit there, and eventually get somewhere.
Behold the power of the Monado! Electric cut bust! Everyone, make a run for it! Telepia can read our thoughts. But the Monado has some tricks too.
How do you spell this thing's name? My experience with fast menu is definitely carry over. Yeah, I also feel like just like familiarity with the game will help a lot with fast menuing. Like knowing your way around the menus, which, given that you've played a lot of, well, both OG and this game, should have some muscle memory in there already for like these menus in particular. The big menu that gets me currently whenever I try and do run-throughs of this game is that I don't know when the all the switch party pop-ups appear, and I'm mashing A to get through like text, and then I end up opening the menu on accident. Yeah, I probably didn't want to. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. I probably did want to put Riki's gear on there. Actually, I probably wanted to do it in Frontier Village when he first joined up, because then I have a prompt for it. But I'll actually make a note of that real quick. Where is this? Okay, notes are taken. This would annoy me because you can't close them right away. I don't know the first. Yeah. I usually mash for a lot of the menus like that. Cause just I've tried timing stuff like that out and it's just not consistent enough for me. Cause even though I don't have the best mashing, I'll usually get it within like the first 3 frames that it's available. Which is like, you know, it's still like potential time loss, but... Yeah, I feel like I'd say probably low 254 is possible, like without adding in Magstorm, probably 254.15 maybe. I haven't like super analyzed how those run, but I know that there's a few that I feel like there's like one fight I feel like could be done a little bit faster, and then there's like a couple of seconds here and there, and then loading. If you had Magstorm, then you could maybe get a little bit close to the 254 barrier. I still honestly don't think that Riki Final Cross is going to be faster than the Charlotte route. I think that at most it'll be on par. Yeah, I feel like Magstorm would probably be needed for a 253. Or some other, I don't want to say big discovery, but you know what I mean, like some new reroute, something that saves just that little bit of time. Because the fights in this game are all like, other than Yalda 2, I'm pretty sure every fight in this game is like well under 10 seconds. As far as the first the current answer, it's killing the I can talk to these guys all day. It's basically taking out the energy things one at a time with Final Cross.
Yes.
Which is a little bit slow, but I think that
What's up?
when it comes to optimizing, I'm pretty sure I could get 2 of them in one Final Cross and then only need to clean up 1. Which would save time. Plus, on my PB for it, of like that fight, I was playing it super sloppy and I didn't save before it. So I got like 2 burst affinities. I didn't time things out well. It was just really messy all around. I'm sure I could save like at least 15 seconds on it, which will close the gap by a good amount. But it'll still probably be how... I'm trying to like come up with like an answer, maybe like 15 seconds slower, maybe 20, probably 15 seconds slow is my current guess for just that fight. Also, one of the things that I don't know if I've like actually mentioned to you is that because of this is something that's like a small difference between the two but it's like notable, is that if you're running future Final Cross Riki, you actually can't have Mind Blast leveled up, and Final Cross is a little bit weaker than Mind Blast, so Shulk with Mind Blast Shulk actually loses a bit of firepower there because he's stuck with a weaker Final Cross than the stronger Mind Blast. Which I think it makes it so that there's like one fight. Well, I think I fixed the problem by just running more ether up. But I think that if you were running like the exact same gear as what Tyler runs, you would miss out on like one fight that the Final Cross is used for. Or that Mind Blast is used for. I totally just went the wrong way. I'm supposed to be going to the lighthouse. I think there is a party that does something like that, but you don't get both. You can never level up both Final Cross and Mind Blast while having one of those two on Riki. The only party that lets you level up both Final Cross and Mind Blast is the party that uses Riki. It's one of the reasons why Final Cross Riki was such a big deal. Because you can't level up Mind Blast on Riki. So you can have Shulk with strong Mind Blast and strong Final Cross, but you can't have Final Cross Riki with that. So essentially, if the Riki route didn't work, it would still be optimal to it would probably still be optimal to have both. The idea is keeping Charlotte in for y'all to, yeah. I think I've looked at other TAs, but I don't think that there's one where you could have both Charlotte and Final Cross Riki together. If you were gonna have it, you'd have to have low level Final Cross or Mind Blast, which just it's not enough to save time. Because Shulk pretty much solos all the fights that Riki would be better for those. I'd have to look back at the TAs, but I think that I already looked into that. Though if you could have like both Final Cross Riki and Charlotte in the party together, that would definitely because Dunban doesn't really need Art's Inheritance. It's a little bit faster for him too, but he doesn't like really need it. The big thing that he needs is Peerless, because if you're running Charlotte for your physical damage dealer, then you don't really need loading. Don't really need
It's over.
yeah, you don't really need Dunban to have like Buster and everything. Because I think the only time that in Tyler's run that he actually does player controlled Dunban is for the prologue. I'd have to double check with the run, but I think that that's correct.
Yes?
Yeah, something like a if there was a Dunban Melia Fiora one that had either Mind Blast or Final Cross able to be leveled up. Oh wait, that didn't reach. This guy should have released so I'm gonna do that again. But if there's something like that, that would be just like actually crazy. I clicked the wrong save. Have us Tyler do those text boxes where you have to select an option if you know. I'm actually not sure.
Yes?
You have to wait a little bit for the actual thing to pop up though, which is kind of dumb. I swear that I've tried that before and that worked.
Okay, just one more left. I'm really feeling it. Don't get careless, Shulk.
Yeah, because that's another. I think that I already mentioned that before. It's like losing a little bit of frame on text boxes like that. Like it doesn't matter for each one, but it adds up a lot over the run.
Yes?
Let me read this real quick. Okay, so it looks like that you just can't use a 15-meter range that right there to kill.
Who are these guys?
Shulk. These are Inquisitors.
What is this?
Yeah, I feel like whenever I start doing runs, the two places I'm gonna lose the most time is not having optimal lines and then being slow on like menu text boxes. Yo, did that look like jank? Okay, no, that was just my eyes playing tricks on me. And doing stupid stuff like that.
Roaring thunder! Take me lightly at your peril. Take me lightly at your peril.
God, I'm still so it's like slightly annoying to me that there is like some boss RNG of some of the scripted fights.
Summon ice! Take me lightly at your peril. Let us move in. Retreat!
Oh yeah, by the way, running away from that fight is one of my 2 contributions to any % so far. Saves like a second and a half of Melanie putting away her weapon, and because I ran TAs and I saw that in the run, I was like, that they weren't doing that, I was like, yo, this annoys me and only me.
This isn't going well. Sorry, I gotta focus.
God, I'm so glad that they didn't fix the climbing AI in Definitive Edition, because it's so funny just watching them struggle. Where, done, man. As I was saying, it's so funny to just watch them. I'm clipping that. I'm also gonna pull up Tyler's run here so I know what the strat is for this fight. I also have to make some more notes. Okay, looks like he just runs up and backslashes it. Yeah. I'm top 80, fuck no. Yo, unironic, like I'm not top 80 in Celeste, but it's like that for it's like basically how I started doing Celeste was the first thing I did was I went through and I took notes on every chapter for every room, and I genuinely don't know where my notes are anymore. You just don't use them after a while. Yeah, most of what I'm gonna have in my notes is just like menuing stuff and then like the boss strats. I guess not boss, but like story specific fights. Stuff that I can just like glance over. F. I really need to get back into running Celeste. My biggest problem right now is my options are play with the Pro Controller for Switch, which is absolutely garbage for platformers. The D-pad is so fucking slippery, I hate it. Like, it's so easy to switch into diagonals, it's garbage, I hate it. This D-pad sucks. Or it's play with the Joy-Cons, which have nice face buttons, but they have the problem of their control sticks absolutely fucking suck. Celeste is such a fun one. It's not a game I want world record in. I'm not that committed, but it's a fun game to just like run, you know. I think I have like a 38-minute time, and my end goal is I want to get sub 35. That was not right there. Yo, I feel that way about Pro Controller for like any platformer on the Switch. It's so bad, and I don't know why. It's like almost unplayably bad. Because I remember whenever I got Mario Maker 2, and I remember complaining to some of my friends being like, the game feels so slippery, I don't know why. They were like, from what I've heard, oh, that, I pressed the, God, I'm pressing all of them, though. This is actually awful. I'm just bad at the game. 3 minutes from Echo with that category works, it's really close to record. Nice. But yeah, the D-pad's so slippery, I don't know why they did it that way. 3D platforms are really good with Pro Controller because it has a good joystick. Like the joystick on, or like the left analog stick on the Pro-Con is way better than on the Joy-Cons. I'm actually gonna open this for a second, because I want to see where my arts are. Okay, that one's hilarious. I was supposed to tell them to attack the block here. That was literally just a draw. I'll do one of these fights competently one of these times. Yo, I'm so glad I'm not the only person I know now that likes Kaiser levels in Mario Maker. I fucking love Kaiser levels in Mario Maker, they're so much fun.
I will not
Let's
let
focus
the
our
throne
efforts.
be sullied! Into the town! Stand aside or perish!
Yeah, I want to time that for later. And I'm also going to do a timing with Riki and seeing how long it takes to menu him into the party. But yeah, I haven't actually played much Mario Maker 2. I've been meaning to go back to it, but there's so many other games that I want to be playing. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know why I know why the Pro Controller feels so garbage with 2D platforms, but it's really unfortunate, because it's such a nice controller, like, yo, I forgot to switch.
Let's focus our efforts. Not a problem.
That's what I get for trying to talk like that. But, it's really unfortunate how, the Pro Controller is just kind of not good. It's so comfortable, but it's just so bad for 2D platformers. And then Joy-Cons, the control sticks on them suck, so you can't use them for anything in 3D.
I will not let the throne be sullied! Into the town! Stand aside or
Nice one, my friend.
I don't know how many hours I have in Mario Maker 2, but it's not a large number. I know one of my friends plays it a lot. Though he doesn't do as much like Kaizo stuff, he just does like chill levels. Which there are a lot of like just cool chill levels in Mario Maker 2 as well.
Yes?
We'll watch this cutscene while I make notes.
Can this be true?
It will happen soon.
I saw Melia. She was fighting a battle against a Mechon with a strange group of arms.
Yes.
That sword.
Alright, notes have been taken. Favorite Kaizo uploads didn't have a new level and you just stop. Yeah, I also know that a lot of people are really, like a lot of level creators stopped playing Mario Maker 2 because, like, partway through because of, how poorly Nintendo was handling, like, the community management aspect, or, like, the community, aspect of it, where they were removing, some things that the community really enjoyed. As far as like things that like Nintendo considered glitches, even though like some of them weren't even really glitches, like icicles being global ground. Yo, speaking of Mario Maker 2's engine, I have heard like horror stories about Mario Maker 2 online. Imagine if there was like a single game on Switch that had decent online. Other than Monster Hunter. From what I've played so far, Monster Hunter has good online, but that's because they essentially made Nintendo have like it's like not on Nintendo's system type thing. I don't know exactly how it works, but I remember that there was something that had to be done like specifically for it. Oh yeah, I think I heard about that. Isn't also Nintendo about to shut down the Mario Maker 1 servers for like no fucking reason? Even though Mario Maker 1 still has like a thriving community. Yeah, Chain Chomp Brain, it's crazy. I think I heard about that recently. That he's still grinding that one, the one level he's trying to make the hardest level and already did shut them down. That's so unfortunate. I do respect him for still grinding it though. Like, I respect it. You know, as much as I love Nintendo games, their community management is just so bad for no good reason. They make such good games and they just throw it away on like the simplest things, and it just it's so sad to see. Yeah, I think I've seen a replay of one of his close to successful attempts. It's actually crazy. I mean, it wasn't close to successful, but like a decent chunk of an attempt of his. I also know that Mario Maker 1 had a bit of a problem where they would patch things out and then not like they'd patch out Kaiser tricks and then not remove the levels that needed them. So there'd be levels that would have, I think it was called a Phantom Jump was the trick, and then they would just become unbeatable levels because you couldn't do the trick anymore. And again, like a perfectly harmless trick that only added something to the game. Like it didn't do anything bad. It didn't really let you do anything that you weren't supposed to. It wasn't something you'd ever like come across like if you're just messing around. It was something like the Kaiser community found and like, hey, this is cool. It's a cool trick. Then Nintendo was just like, no, you can't do that anymore. Yeah. I know there's some Nintendo IPs that I'm just like not buying anymore. Like I'll still probably buy like Mario games. I'm still definitely buying Xenoblade games. And I'll still probably give any Zelda game a chance, but those are probably like the only big like main Nintendo IPs that I still like have trust in. Pokemon's, I mean, we all know about Pokemon, and it's like I've lost so much like desire to play like the new Pokemon games, for example. Trying to think if there's any other like big series recently that I've just like completely lost interest in. I don't know, it's just so sad to see. Also, why am I not just skip traveling here? Yeah, honestly, pretty much same. There's some things like the Nintendo OLED that I have like, or the Switch OLED that I have absolutely no interest in. Cause it's literally just the same console, but it works better in handheld. Like it has a nicer screen and kickstand, which like I always play docked, so that's literally no change to me. but you know fully well there's still gonna be people who buy it and then just never use any of the new features because it's a Nintendo console. Which, like, if that's what you want to do, go off, I guess. I'm not gonna stop you. I saw some people saying that, I don't know if it was ironic. Is the dock actually sold separately? That's so dumb. Yeah, I personally don't have much interest in the OLED if it's just like the same thing but has like a nicer handheld view, like a better screen and a better kickstand. If you play the game mostly as a mobile console, I could see the appeal of it, but I also think they should just sell the dock with it, because otherwise now instead of being $50 more, how much is the dock usually? Like 30? Like, I don't know, that's just dumb. Also, I like how having a LAN adapter was a feature when a LAN adapter is like literally $10. Though I suppose putting a LAN adapter in the dock itself will make people actually wire their connection for once. Instead of people just saying that it doesn't cause that much lag, even though it causes a ton of lag. So is the Splatoon community. And it's one of those things where, like, I definitely get it. It's a lot less enjoyable to play against people that are super laggy because they're, you know, halfway across the house from their router. But at the same time, those people are probably not, the people that are in those situations are probably not the people that are going to suddenly wire their, yeah. I'm not going to buy a new console for it. Again, buy a $10 LAN adapter. You can just buy a USB LAN adapter, put it in the dock, and then you're good to go. That's what I did. The problem is that most people aren't gonna go out and buy a LAN adapter. I guess the thing for me with it is like, yeah, this is like it's like a nice little thing for them to change, but like, really, what does it do? All the people that wanted LAN adapters for the Switch already bought one, and the people that didn't care enough to buy a LAN adapter aren't going to play wired now that the Switch dock has a LAN adapter. Yo, speaking of Nintendo's poor community management and Melee, shoutouts to how they shut down Project Slippy because they were letting people play online or whatever. With the fucking netcode shit. God, that's annoying. I was about to say Nintendo's probably the most out-of-touch gaming company, but let's be, like, honestly, a lot of them are pretty out of touch. I know Sony's pretty out of touch on some things for, like, no good reason. Okay, they did. Okay. I don't remember what it was then. Kicking in tournaments using Slippy. Okay. Yeah, I think my favorite point I've heard someone make about that is that, realistically, what are they doing by doing that? The Melee players aren't going to go out and buy Smash Ultimate and then play in Smash Ultimate tournaments. Because they did that, like, they're still just going to play Melee. All Nintendo's doing is pissing off their fans. I honestly don't. This is what I talk about with some of my friends, where I honestly don't think that Nintendo has a goal aside from play our games the way we want you to play them. And so, like, for example, they want Smash Ultimate to be a party game, so they only care about being played as a party game. Which is like the same reason why they patch out a whole bunch of stuff and like kill a lot of the community stuff in the Mario Maker communities, because that's not what Nintendo wants from their game. That's like my tinfoil hat theory. Is it's just Nintendo doesn't care about what the community wants the games to be. Nintendo only cares about people enjoying the game the way Nintendo intended for it to be enjoyed.
We can do it. Finish in one hit smack pow.
Alright, I'm gonna let this cutscene play and go take some notes.
You will know the pain and suffering you
banger
caused the
alert.
Emperor and
It's
Fiora!
not even like a banger, it's just a good song.
What? Look at him! The Monado was changed!
Good. Now you feel it. Swing the blade to your heart's content.
Wait. Is this what you truly desire, Zanza?
I see now. It is as I suspected. You exist outside the pre-established harmony.
Is that...
You know, honestly, I feel that. I will say that's one of the things that makes the arts gacha a lot less painful than it could be, is that it's like basically a mindless task. You only have to pay a little bit of attention to it, so you can always be doing something in the background. If the arts gacha was something you actually had to focus on, God, that would be awful. Yo, my computer's giving me a heat warning because it's so hot outside. I was seeing how unreal. Holy shit. I think that in a group of mine I shared one of the arts inheritance videos I was doing a while ago, and someone made the point of kind of bringing up how like absurd the thumbnail was, because I had the arts palette that had on Riki in it, which had Jaws of Death as the talent art, Activate Monado as a standard art, and just like a bunch of other like random things that definitely shouldn't be on Riki. I was like, you know, I always forget that seeing this glitch for the first time is like completely absurd. Oh hell yes, time for the part of the game where you literally just run down a slope. At least the area is pretty. I'll probably just stop being surprised by this shit like the Fleek man. All this glitch is so weird, nothing is surprising more. Yeah, it really do be like that. I still do wonder why the flea chain attack stuff like that appears. I guess that's probably just categorized in the same like field as the arts and memory or whatever, but it's so weird. Just run down the mountain with the just. I mean, you could do it because you can find visual cues behind you instead of in front of you for like what lines to take. I think this is where I want to drop down. Hopefully I won't die.
This isn't going well. Steel yourself. The fight has only just begun.
Fun fact, you don't actually need to jump there. Luckily I can use auto run while I type notes. Yeah, you do need quick steps not to jump there. At least as far as I know. I just love the fact that you don't actually have to. And that it makes it perfectly. You land right on like the lip of it. Probably. Because I'm pretty sure you do lose speed over time in the air, but I'm not actually sure. And you don't have to take a fall damage, so it's probably definitely faster. skip ahead so I can see how Tyler does this fight. Just gets him within range, then hits him with the P sword drive.
Let's focus our efforts. Not a problem. We win. Let's press on. Let's not lose our
Next one
heads
is
though.
probably just like, oh, I'm in the lava. That explains why I can't skip travel. Nice. Yeah, I don't... Things like that are what really confuse me as far as what it could be. Like, what could cause stuff like that. Because it feels like there has to be, like, a reason why you get the... Yeah, because it feels like there has to be a reason why you get the road thing happening, like... It's a bit too specific of a thing to have... not have a reason. Because also something that I know that Test has commented on and posted tweets about, I've heard Tyler say that he has it happen too. I've had it happen to me, so it's definitely, like, a consistent thing. This is very strange.
That Mekon.
Not sure why, just a feeling. Oh, you are gonna... You think you might? Ah. Honestly, like, I wish you luck if you... That would be a super, like, big thing to get. Yeah, if you're feeling like you might, just ride it out. Like I said, if you do end up getting it, I can DM you either like over Twitter or Discord or something, or I'll probably end up sending my the notes document I'm working on in the speedrunning server at some point, but I can send you over like the places where I use Magstorm if you end up getting it. Oh, the dumb ban activate now. It's so weird that you can pull that. That's another one of those things that's really weird because I think that its art index is it's in the same as like the same row as his Monado Buster, but it's on his talent art normally. It's very weird how it's. I don't get it. It also does 1 damage. I'm pretty sure it also does 1 damage to you whenever you use it.
Hey there.
So many just like weird things that come out of our inheritance. And now we walk. It's a very strange art. Yo, honestly, I feel like Sword Valley is such a cool area. But you just like never do anything cool here in the speedrun. You just kind of walk through it. Which I guess is true for a lot of areas, but like there's so much to Sword Valley that you like just walk past and never look at in the speedrun. Honestly, same. I don't know if there's a single area of Mechonis I'm like, yeah, this area isn't that great. Because there's a couple for Bionis that I'm like that. I'm kind of sick of Gara Plains, even though the music's good. I don't like Ether Mine. And I like Valak Mountain aesthetically and the music, but I don't like walking down it. Yo, what kind of path is this game trying to take me on? I don't actually know if this is like a hot take or if it's just like a lukewarm take, but I feel like Gara Plains Night is a way better theme than Gara Plains Day. That's the only reason why I like the area is the night theme is so chill. See, I just get tired of Gara playing because it's like Valak Mountain in the sense that it's a straight line, but you have to see it every time you go through early game.
I gotta focus.
Can we talk about for a second there the map was trying to take me into the center of that ether pool? I feel like it's been made fun of since like day one, but I love how like the guideline here is like the least optimal path in existence. Mechon and remote part. I am biased though because I like the color green. So Gara Plains gets like an extra point for that.
Now we're getting started. Right.
Damage like Disney Fearless F. Gonna put hell on everyone. I think I took it off Ryan on this because I didn't know if it would mess with his AI. I know that I have it on him in my my file that I used to make this one though. Man, imagine if Hellhound wasn't shit. Imagine if Hellhound did damage. Could unironically be a useful art. Tap in more notes. So I'm actually gonna want to switch to Riki here. See if it doesn't do anything. I know that I had like a superstition for a long time that having the arts on the palette of Fiora influenced it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but I had that as a superstition for the longest time. That it was having it on the leftmost art on her palette influenced it. I'm like 95% sure it actually doesn't, but I was very superstitious of it for a long time. Because that's what Final Cross was when I pulled it.
Man, what a bunch of jokers. Let's press on.
Anyway, I also have to remember to go a bit more inside next time I do that. Imagine if something that arbitrary influenced it though, like using an art on a different file made it more likely to appear on the gacha.
Alley-oop.
That's weird. Like just all of their arts. Like they were level 1. Oh, like Shulk and Ryan were level 1? Maybe it was from whenever you were messing around with Demon Slayer glitch or something? Or you were doing a solo run or something, so you just had them level 1 to die? It's the only thing I can think of. So stuff that went poorly. Honestly, it do be like that. Oh yeah, fun fact about this file. So because of the way I did arts inheritance on this file, Ryan has way fewer affinity coins than everyone else, and I find that hilarious. Seeing the unique monster there reminded me of that. I still haven't really done that much solo stuff. I think the closest to anything I've done that's like real solo would be like the low level stuff where Charlotte was like essentially the only character plus Shulk for visions. Okay, so now to completely she's like 20 mag storms, let's see. How to completely mess this up.
Shulk, is that?
Spear ones.
Nice one, my furry friend.
So that's already faster than my old strat for that was. I'm gonna do it. Oh goddamn! I just realized I'm gonna have to do this every time I want to redo this fight. Pulled last rate. Does that count? Hey, it's a Fiora art.
Go for a quick win.
God, I'm gonna have to wait this out every time I want to redo that fight. Well, I have a minute, so I'm gonna run the rest and get water while this goes. I'll be right back. Yeah, that was actually like way quicker than it usually is for me. I think the time limit for it is like softly related to like slightly related to how quickly you get the damage on him. Like he won't start his time or whatever until you get the damage on, but it's still like I'm pretty sure it's still like kind of random as far as how long he takes after that. Oh, you got cross impact. That's like actually sad. Got the wrong yellow arts. I'll probably do this like one more time.
Everyone getting happy joy.
Yeah, this is a good pace.
Yeah, he's being slow about it now. Okay, there we go. Whenever the walls start falling like that, I'm pretty sure that ends up being... Yeah, that's when the timer starts, I'm pretty sure. But it's like random until he triggers those to start going down. At least that's the feel I've gotten from it, from like my over-analyzing every time I get to this area of the game. Alright, time to take notes.
It's been a long time.
How long keeps trying to keep playing best art besides Engage, of course. Yo, Engage is such a good art. I can't think of a single time where I've used drawing without Engage. The extra Mad Taunt aggro is just so big. That's back and further than that.
On the loose, people.
I'll do this fight like one more time. 'Cause I'm tired of dealing with cold phase.
Time to show off our might.
My sidekick's too good.
Yeah, time to show off our might.
Hey, he used Kingbreaker. Thank you, fam.
My buddy. No, not now.
He's solo with Engage as his only art. Think about it, if you're running Engage as his only art, then you're also making his talent art stronger. It's a 2-for-1. Now that I think about it, isn't Berserker also literally just better Engage? Because I'm pretty sure it gives Mad Taunt AoE. I'm actually gonna check that when I load the save. Yeah, Berserker gives Mataton an area effect. It's literally just better on Gauge. Also, the other thing that I've been meaning to check, how much does this give? 10% and 15%. So these two skills are literally the bonus that Engage gives.
The last one. Nice one, my furry friend.
Always try to get some more maximum fights.
Victory is within our grasp.
Is it just me, or has this fight been seeming like way more consistent today than it usually does? To give it times 1.5 extra aggro while you already have lock on. I feel like he did the exact same attack pattern every time I did that fight. I'm gonna have to actually like look back at the VOD for that. Maybe that's just one of those weird things where like very minor things you do differently changes what he does, but if you do the exact same thing, he always reacts the same way. I'm very unsure because there is something like that in one of the time attacks, and that's the whole reason why I'm thinking about this. Is that for uniquely disadvantaged glitchless, if you walk straight forward, Shimmering Forte won't walk over to you, but if you go like slightly to the left, he will walk over to you. And you need him to walk over to you so that Lariat hits him. It's like the most particular thing in the universe for no reason. Forgot how slowly characters without quick step walk compared to characters with quick step. I don't think so. Also, I didn't know that that walkway was there until like my third playthrough of Definitive Edition. I always thought you had to walk up to the ladder over here and climb it. Don't mind me literally just falling. But I don't think so. I don't think it's necessarily RNG though. I think that it's like based on the enemy's AI, which we also don't have a definitive answer for as far as I know. Yo, Maxstorm, let's go. Now the real question is Shulk's AI going to do what I want him to, or is he not going to? Gonna make a note real quick before I get to that. Yeah, I'm really worried that For some reason, Ponspector's Sword Drive is going to break his AI because it uses the same animation as Enchant. Alright, Shulk, don't fail me. Yo, he did it, let's go.
Good to see you.
But yeah, that's the fallen
I knew
arm
you'd
time
make
save
it.
that Shulk gives. Because you don't have to switch Charlotte in the lead, and that's like way faster than killing those Mechon with Charlotte, because I think that in order to kill them with Charlotte... Yo, why does that happen every time I... The Antle falls every time I walk through here now. That's never happened before. Yeah, Shulk just kills them, and it's... Because I think that you have to use Berserker, then 2 Busters to kill them with Charla, so it's like a good bit faster. Yeah, I know, it's weird, right? The AI in this game is consistent if nothing else. It's consistently broken, but it is consistent. Just like how Abasi consistently gets stuck on things on 3-stage summits. Consistently broken. Yo, can we talk about how, like, good the Fallen Arm music is? The Hit Machina Village music isn't that great, at least in my opinion, but the Fallen Arm music is so good. So that might just be the pianist in me speaking.
How are you?
I mean, honestly, though. I swear, there's something about 3-stage summit that just bugs out the AI, and I have no idea what it would be or why. It's just something about like the way the rocks and the crystals are placed up there the AI just doesn't like. I still need to try like pathing locking and stuff in OG. That's gonna be one of the things I'm gonna try once I get obviously no gems done in OG. That's where AI goes to die, both Arts Inheritance AI and like Artificial Intelligence AI. Because neither of them makes sense. Oh fuck, I forgot to go into junk. I do this all the time, by the way, forgetting to go into junks and talk to Nicole. I need to make a note in my notes to not forget that. I'm gonna do that in a run, I'm gonna be so sad. Oh, I was trying. You can jump backwards there and you can push the character that's on your right through the railing. It's literally slower because you just want to skip travel out of there, but I still wanted to do it because it's funny.
How are you?
Alchemont. That part confuses me for no reason. I used to be like bad about where to go when there, but I think that I finally got it sorted out. Oh hell yes, I pushed Melanie through the railing. Let's go. Go in validation. It's not even a run.
Welcome.
I just have a timer going so I can look back at this and figure out how long it took me to do fights later. If this was a run, it's already past the world record time, and yeah, I'm like, would this be like 2 hours into the run? Speed run? 2/3 of the way through the game-ish? Slide at the time and upload. I know I made a meme about that whenever I was doing my last recording session, where I wanted to accidentally reset the timer, like partway through, towards whenever I was gonna refight the final boss to try and get a better run of it, to get a better one for timing, and I kept making the joke like, oh my god, I'm on world record pace, I'm at the final boss 12 minutes in. Poggers. The other thing I'm going to need to make sure I have in my notes whenever I'm like doing actual runs is loading. Having it so that I know where, like, which landmarks you need to skip travel to once you find them. All that stuff will come after I figure out the battles, though. Just gonna board sweep this game. Honestly, that'd be crazy if you like actually went for that. Hundo seems fun, but it's like, that's way too long of a run for me. I think there's been some discussion about allowing segmented runs of it, because a 21-hour run, if you're good, is, it's hard to do in one sitting, shockingly enough. But I don't know if there's been like a proper consensus on it yet, because other than Sora, who's been picking up recently, and then Baz, who wants to, I think that LGG is the only one that's like actually done a full run. And Sora's even mentioned that he's more overdoing it because he's interested in it rather than that he'd like his times on the leaderboard, but he'll live with if they don't. Honestly, if no one contests this, one of the reasons why I've been taking the time to look into New Game Plus recently, because other than uniquely disadvantaged, there's no time attacks I want to go for right now. Like getting back uniquely disadvantaged from Hinomaru is the only time attack that I really want to grind right now, because I'm probably not going to go for restricted. I might eventually, but I'm probably not going to. The thing that I'm actually most interested in for 100% if I was going to do it would be like the routing of the quests. As far as like trying to knock out as many objectives when you go to one area as possible, because anytime I've done a 100% run of the game, which has been several, I always just like do quests as I do it. Small chance to try it is. I definitely recommend at least giving them a try, even if you don't like go for record on them, because there are some that are like just really fun. Some of them are less fun, but some some of them are lost in a dark dream, but some of them are fun. Yeah, as far as glitchless goes, my two favorite tiers are probably uniquely disadvantaged and Oh Brother, and then on the Arts Nerds one, it's kind of hard to say. I really liked figuring out uniquely disadvantaged for it, for that one as well, because it's the only time that a certain trick that I found is useful, which is that you can prevent your allies from putting weapons away between waves. It probably has other usage, but that's the only one that I've found to use for it yet. Casual mini route for quests I do each time, but it's not very fast. Yeah, I've never really like tried to come up with like, I guess it's more that I haven't done enough 100% runs for it to really matter for me to have like a proper route in mind, but I do think I know where most of the quests are. Like I would, for the most part, I know if I'm missing one. Which is honestly sad. What else is sad is that I literally have every unique monster location in the game memorized. Trying to run my visual cue here, I think it's this. Oh, this is not it. Is it this? That looks better. Melly, can you get out of the way? Cool. Let's go take Lost in Dark Dream and leave TAs alone. Honestly, if you were to put in the time to beat my record on that, I wouldn't fight for it back. Same, we just built different. Yeah, but Lost in a Dark Dream is probably like the one time attack that I know there's a lot, like there's still a decent chunk of time to be saved on it, and I have no interest in lowering it myself. $455 quests and they all suck. Honestly, it do be like that. Some really stupid ass stuff I've grinded for in games. Lost in the Dark Dream wouldn't be anything new for me. I mean, honestly, kind of same. It's one of those things where it's just, I think I even said this before, the problem wasn't that it was like a particularly long grind. I've probably grinded uniquely disadvantaged glitchless longer than I've grinded Lost in a Dark Dream. But Lost in a Dark Dream was just so unfun to grind. You walk up, you do one auto attack. If you don't get it, you have to go through a minute of loading screens.
We must focus our efforts. The taste of victory is sweet.
But we cannot
I'm
be
gonna
reckless.
kill him off because I don't want to deal with them. Yeah, I think the most like stupid RNG thing I've ever grinded for in Famous Get 1 experience for 13 hours to lose to a boss in the game before. Honestly, it do be like that. I think the two stupidest things that I've grinded so far is I grinded all ultimate gear in Earthbound. All the 1 in 255 drops. I've grinded out, I think that I have like one left to get, but I've grinded out almost all of them on one save file. Just to lose the boss. It's 13 hours, I'll never get back. F. And then the other stupidest thing that I've grinded for was the like 15 hours of grinding for gold chest drops off of abundance outside of Colony 9 for my minimum level run. That's easily one of the stupidest things I've ever grinded. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and make a note real quick. This is McConnell's field. First thing on the first boss is scripted and you technically can't lose to it, so I spent 13 hours doing nothing just to lose. I'm trying to remember what the first boss now is the Starman Jr. or whatever with the Buzz, right? Yeah, I think I've seen something before about losing to that fight. I don't remember the specifics of how you do it though. Okay, so essentially you override Buzz's shield that makes you... Okay, that makes sense. I do know that I've also, I did the, in Earthbound where you die to the Shattered Man after you beat the game. I know I did that on my playthrough. Oh yeah, because isn't it like super reliant on Buzz cooperating? At least something like that's at the beginning of the run, so if you wanted to reset for a better run you could. I don't actually know how you're supposed to make it to that. I know that you can, though, to grab onto that wall. And there's a time save that Baz found. Where instead of falling on the gear, you just fall on that cylinder. Display is 7.5 minutes long, so bad. That's unfortunate. I guess that honestly, the DE New Game run, or New Game Plus run, I don't know what New Game runs, but New New Game Plus runs are kind of like that too, where it's the first big things or choke points of a New Game Plus run are like decently far in, because you're definitely not going to be not killing things in a single hit at the beginning of the game. Guns out frequently because of the really stupid strat you go into for giant step to cave and cop. I know the cops strat is really stupid. Am I running the wrong way? I am. I skipped out of the wrong location too. But I know that the strat for the 5 cops is super sketch. Yo, energy aubergine. Hog.
I've been getting careless.
Is that all the backbone you have?
That sounds like not fun. I know Earthbound also has like a lot of RNG manip strats that can help with stuff like that, but it's like that kind of stuff is like giga precise for like no good reason. Because I think I've seen some both non-RNG manipulation and RNG manipulation runs of Earthbound before. Yeah, I figured that they'd be separate categories. Also, I need Ryan in the party. I probably want to switch to him on the elevator whenever I actually do this, but yeah. But I know this like stupidly precise where like if you don't clip the stuff where it's like you clip a little bit on a tree, and if you don't clip a little bit on a tree, then you just die. I know that you can clip through walls with skip sandwiches in any percent, and that seems pretty interesting. It seems super interesting, but also seems like really annoying to run. Doing the fastest carpal tunnel simulator. So I don't actually know how like the clipping works. All I know is that it's something along the lines of, like the skip sandwiches make you skip pixels, which you can use to get up the cliffs. But I don't know like the specifics of it or how to do it.
I'm afraid you must be exterminated.
Alright, I'm supposed to have Earth Cloak on Ryan. Forgot about that. This is whatever. I'll have to look at my Ryan gear later and see where I can fit Earth Cloak. I'm also going to have to make a new Earth Cloak gem. Probably. There we go. Let me look at my Ryan gear and see where I have room for Earth Cloak. I have him with Earthcloak in my notes. I just don't have him with Earthcloak in the game. You don't need skip sandwich, but essentially certain cliffs you can get a certain pixel wiggly way into the cliff and they're on the same layer. Skip sandwiches just make it easier since you're moving faster. It makes sense. Starting to get towards lunchtime here, so I'll probably play up towards the end of Central Factory. I'll stop just before the little Mechon fight at the end. So I think that's the only, is that the only fight in Central Factory? No, you have to kill the 3, I might stop at the gate then, because I told Tyler I would look into the, seeing if Riki saves any time against the 3, enemies you fight for the explosive parts. If I was really big brain, I would remember that we wanted to check if you could reach the bulkhead skip travel point from the Gatto fight, but you know, I wasn't thinking about that 10 seconds ago and I don't have a save. Trying to keep trying to get me to move to glitches, but it's like 4 hours of RNG hell and it seems so unfun. I think we've talked about this before, it's like there's some games where it's like, I don't mind the RNG in it, but there gets to a certain point where it's like, do I really want to run this? Yeah. The thing is that it's like, it's not a hard thing to test, it just completely slipped my mind until afterwards, until I got the skip travel point afterwards.
Alley-oop! Alley-oop!
Yeah, since Ryan doesn't really need to auto attack on this round, I can definitely
Don't you dare give up.
I can definitely drop the glory gauntlets on him for Earth Cloak. I'll just need to craft up another Earth Cloak gem because I only actually I think that Tal uses the engineer pants and or like whatever they're called, like the gear with the the pants with the Earth Cloak in them naturally. So I'll probably get those, the engineer belt. If that works, then there's no reason for me to not use that. Literally just saves a menu. One enemy's let me through. I'll go ahead and turn off the timer because I'm gonna be ending the stream here in a few minutes. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because I do know that loading. You know, Tyler said that he was pretty much done with the New Game Plus categories unless something new is discovered. Or runs been out really consistently. Yeah, I know that he got a few runs in recently. But I don't know how how far he wants to push it. I don't think that the thing is that most of my interest is in only the Riki Final Cross route. If it ends up not being faster, I'm probably not going to learn the Charlotte route. I'll probably just see how good of a time I can get with Riki Final Cross. But what I actually really hope happens is that it ends up being that the two routes are similar in time, but the Final Cross isn't faster. Because I think one is that I think it'd just be really cool if there were two different routes that were very similar in speed. And the other thing is I just don't want something as rare as Final Cross to be optimal for any percent. I just don't want that. Anyways, it's like it's getting close to 1 and I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Alright, see ya.